What if life has no intrinsic meaning? What if there is no predetermined destiny awaiting us? No grand narrative authored by a benevolent deity? What if the universe, and everything in it, simply doesn't care? These inquiries, instead of leading us into despair, usher in an era of profound possibility. They challenge us to confront the very fabric of our existence and question the status quo of our beliefs. This question marks the indelible beginning of existentialism, a philosophical movement that emerged with urgent relevance in the wake of a world fractured by war, suffering, and disillusionment. In the 1940s, amidst the ruins and chaotic remnants of world wars that transformed entire nations, a brave group of thinkers dared to gaze into the depths of the void, and they didn't flinch. Where others saw nihilism or despair, they recognized an opportunity for something radically different. They posed a provocative question. If life is devoid of meaning, why should we even choose to live it at all? Their response was far from one of despair or hopelessness. Rather, it was a resounding affirmation of personal freedom, the power of choice, and the potential for self-creation. Albert Camus famously articulated the concept of the absurd. In simple words, it means the fundamental conflict between our insatiable quest for meaning and the indifferent silence of the universe. In his seminal work, The Myth of Sisyphus, he envisioned life as a modern-day Sisyphus, that mythic figure forever condemned to push a boulder up a hill, only to watch it roll back down time and again. In this relentless cycle of futility, many would understandably succumb to feelings of despair, convinced that existence is meaningless. Yet Camus didn't balk at this cruel fate. Instead, he provocatively asserted, "One must imagine Sisyphus happy." This might seem paradoxical at first. How can one find happiness in such an absurd condition? But for Camus, even when life seems devoid of purpose or coherence, we possess the remarkable ability to determine our response. Rather than succumbing to nihilism, we have the option to rise up in defiance, not with weapons or hostility, but with dignity, resilience, and even joy. This joy, this relentless act of living despite the absurdity of existence, becomes where true revolt lies. To live authentically, to embrace life even in its chaotic form, and to confront our situations head-on, becomes a powerful statement of individual will. This defiance toward the absurd is a radical act in itself. It's like a declaration to express that we choose to find meaning, however ephemeral or constructed it may be. Venturing deeper into existential thought, Jean-Paul Sartre boldly claimed, "We are condemned to be free." This notion underscores a staggering truth. There is no divine author scripting our lives, no predestined narrative guiding us from one moment to the next. Every choice we make, and even those we fail to make, carry the weight of our freedom and the subsequent responsibility they entail. Such freedom comes coated with an unnerving weight. It means that the responsibility for blame, direction, and purpose rests squarely on our shoulders. Yet, in the face of this daunting realization, many of us instinctively retreat from the burden of such freedom. We convince ourselves with comforting lies, murmuring phrases like, "I have no choice," or "It's not in my hands." Sartre termed this phenomenon bad faith. It's an act of self-deception where we masquerade as mere passengers navigating the labyrinth of existence, rather than acknowledging our role as active participants shaping the course of our lives. But here lies a powerful truth. You are defined by your choices. The essence of who you are is forged through your actions or inactions. As we confront our daily lives, we must embrace this freedom, understanding that the potential for meaning is woven into each decision we make. To deny our freedom is to deny what it means to be truly human, capable of choice, growth, and transformation. In her insightful works, Simone de Beauvoir illuminated an essential element that her contemporaries appeared to overlook. She said that freedom is inherently relational. It flourishes in our interactions with others. Our identities, our freedoms, and our experiences are constructed in the intricate web of relationships we cultivate throughout our lives. This understanding compels us to recognize that our actions do not exist in isolation. De Beauvoir grappled with the ambiguity of human experience, the nuanced shades of choice, identity, and societal roles we play. Life is seldom clear-cut. It doesn't exist in stark contrasts of black and white. There's no singular, definitive path laid out for any of us. However, even amidst this ambiguity, we are called to commit to our choices and carve out our own identities. We are summoned to act, navigate the gray areas, and find meaning in the uncertainty of our existence. It is precisely in this messy interplay of love, struggle, and solidarity with others that the seeds of meaning begin to bloom. It is through our shared experiences, our connections, and the choices we make in relation to one another that we cultivate a life worth living. In a world that consistently tries to diminish the importance of personal connection and community, Beauvoir's theory serves as both a reminder and a guiding light, urging us to embrace our interdependence. Fast forward to our contemporary world, we find ourselves inundated with distractions, like mindless scrolling through social media, chasing ephemeral trends, and pursuing life hacks that promise quick fixes to profound issues. In our quest to find meaning, we often commodify it, reducing rich human experiences into digestible content for quick consumption. We've learned to numb ourselves with endless scrolling, drowning out our existential musings with background noise, all while life passes us by. Yet, the essence of existentialism remains relevant and insistent. You are not merely a product of algorithms. The vastness of your existence is not determined by your online presence. You are not defined by your past actions or the circumstances that shaped your journey. You are shaped by the choices you make in this very moment. Camus, Sartre, and de Beauvoir were not in search of mere hope. They were issuing a clarion call for responsibility. Their message was clear: the universe owes us nothing. And in that stark realization lies a profound gift. While we might initially feel unmoored in a world without inherent meaning, we are in a position to fill that void ourselves. This is the cradle of our freedom and the power of our existence, to create purpose in a landscape that appears indifferent. So, what truly makes life worth living? It isn't found in elaborate plans or preordained destinies. Instead, it exists in the small, intimate moments of our daily lives, in the ordinary yet extraordinary experiences that shape our existence. It resides in the cup of coffee you consciously choose to savor, appreciating the warmth and richness of each sip. It thrives in the tender love and care with which you nourish and nurture your child, guiding them through life's complexities, teaching them the values you hold dear, and equipping them to navigate their own experiences. It emphasizes the importance of being present for a friend during their darkest hours, offering your unwavering support when no one else will show up. Camus imparted to us the wisdom of rebellion in the face of the absurd. Sartre brought forth the concept of radical freedom, inviting us to step into our personal power with unabashed authenticity. De Beauvoir offered a profound understanding of connection and the complexity of our shared experiences, intricately weaving individuality with the collective tapestry of human existence. Here, then, is your existential toolkit for navigating this complex journey. Toolkit number 1. Laugh at the absurdity of life, find humor in its unpredictability, and delight in its surprises. Toolkit number 2. Make choices with the conviction that they matter deeply. Nothing is too small to count. Toolkit number 3. Stand shoulder to shoulder with others, fighting against indifference and apathy, for it is in solidarity that our true strength lies. The meaning of life isn't something we simply uncover. It is something actively forged through our lived experiences and choices. The universe may not have asked you to inhabit this world, but now that you do, seize the opportunity to build something extraordinary, something the universe never imagined. So step forward, embrace your freedom, and truly live. Pursue your own path and make it yours, carving meaning from the circumstances that arise, and in doing so, Engage in the beautiful and complex act of being alive.